Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Phrasal Verb Quiz Part 9. In this video, you must choose the correct word to complete the phrasal verb in each question. You may need to pause the video at each question to think of your answers. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Number 1. And the answer is, the mayor was trying to answer one of the journalist's questions, but the other journalist at the press conference kept jumping in with other questions. Okay, if you jump into a conversation like they did here in the example, you interrupt someone. And that's what it means to jump in, all right, to get in the way so the person can't finish answering something. In this case, answering the question, but it can be any kind of a conversation. You got it? All right, number 2. And the answer is, after dinner, my mom asked my friends if they would care for some homemade blueberry pie. Now, if you ask someone if they would care for something, you want to know if they would like to have something. And in this case, the person's mom asked the friends if they would care for, if they wanted some blueberry pie. All right, number 3. And the answer is, after my PC was attacked by a virus, I changed over to a Mac computer, and now I feel much safer. To change over to something simply means that you stop using one thing and you use another thing. All right, and that's what happened in this case. The person was using a PC, they were attacked, and they changed over. They started to use a different thing. In this case, it's a Mac computer. All right, number 4. And the answer is, after the flood, many organizations in the city reached out to the people who were hit the hardest by the disaster. If you reach out, in this case, the organizations reached out, it means they offered help. They wanted to help the people. You got it? All right. Number 5. And the answer is, Roy acted on his coach's advice and did well in the football game yesterday. If you act on someone's advice, you do as they suggest, right? And in this case, Roy did what his coach said and he had a good game. All right, number 6. And the answer is, Rose's debts had been mounting up for some time before the bank repossessed her new car. All right, if something mounts up, it gradually becomes larger or greater in amount. And in this case, Rose's debts were getting larger and larger, and then she probably couldn't afford to pay for her new car, and the bank repossessed it. All right, number 7. And the answer is, Carol was too afraid to go against her parents' orders. So she went back home after dinner instead of going to the movies with us. If you go against something or someone, you oppose them or disagree with them. And in our example here, Carol was afraid to go against her parents, so she didn't go with the others to the movies. All right, number 8. And the answer is, it's difficult not to doze off in Professor Bernardi's class because his lectures are so boring. If you doze off, you fall asleep. Most of the time it's because you don't mean to and you're very tired. So you just, all of a sudden you begin to sleep because you're so tired. All right, and in this case, the person's class, or the professor's class, was so boring that the person was falling asleep unintentionally. All right. Number 9. And the answer is, my accountant was able to zero in on the key areas where our company was losing money. If you zero in on something, that's where the focus is, or you put your attention to. And in this case, the accountant was able to focus on these areas where the company was losing money. All right, the final question, number 10. And the answer is, even though I left upstate New York a long time ago, I still yearn for the beauty of the Catskill Mountains. If you yearn for something, then you want it very much. And that's the case in our example here. The person was yearning for, or they wanted, they probably missed the beauty of the Catskill Mountains. All right, that's all for this video. Are you yearning for more phrasal verb quiz videos? Well, you're not going to be disappointed because there's many more on the way. But just do one thing for me. Keep practicing! See you next time!